Okay, I mentioned yesterday I got a $12 salad. I have to be honest with my wife. I got it with cash, so she wouldn't know.
Do you do it because she would ask you for, or you're over your limit?
She would make a comment. I see you got another salad, and that's all.
Are you allowed to make comments back?
It's frowned upon. She would just say, another salad, and that it's okay. All right. Okay. I'm eating too much because we've made an agreement not to eat out often.
How was that going?
Well, I just love those $12 salads. I just think they're...
Do you find you get the same one, or do you vary it?
Yeah, I get the same one every time.
You haven't accidentally said something like, maybe you should try a salad.
No.
Is that what you're thinking?
No.
Huh?
I have offered before when she knows I'm going. I'll say, hey, I'll pick you one up. I'll pick you something up if you'd like. She never has gotten into it. She does. But I think it's a tremendous restaurant.
What about changing your budget from one little section of food that you might buy that you could just give up and say, I'm going to put this for 3 or 4 salads a week? $36.
I guess I could do that. But, we tend to just buy all our groceries and then say, don't eat out much. We try to cook at home. Friday nights, we'll do something like order out. But mostly we cook our meals at home. And she will say, look, I don't go out to eat lunch. And, I do from time to time. And I used to spend a lot of chicken and pickles, which I don't anymore. Okay. I don't eat as much anymore.
We can tell.
Okay.
Stocks are crashing.
Yeah, have you seen it? The bears.
Yeah, the stock market has taken a tumble since I got off of chicken and pickles. Anyway, while I was in there yesterday, the $12 salad store, a homeless gentleman came in. I had already blown him off at the door. He goes, hey, man. I said, I don't have any money. I walked in. He came in and sat down at the table near the register. So when I was done, I was like, well, he knows now. So he goes, you got some money now? I said, yeah, $5. So I gave him $5. So it was a $17 salad yesterday, essentially. Okay, so remember this. 4 years ago, Starbucks changed their policy. There were 2 guys in a Philadelphia Starbucks, black guys, and they were waiting for a friend and started to use the restroom, and the manager said, restroom is for customers only.
I do remember that.
Oh, yeah.
It made national headlines.
For a few days. They said, we are customers. I'm like, no, you're not customers. They mistook them for maybe the homeless. I don't know. They basically called the cops on them, and it caused a real problem, a big stir, big racial divide. What should Starbucks have done? Well, Starbucks took all their employees at that time and had like a racial summit.
Didn't they close for a day or two?
Closed for a day.
Changed their policy.
Changed their policy. The policy now is anybody and everybody can come in.
Toilets for everyone.
That's right. And stay as long as you want. You don't have to order a thing. Come on in, has basically been their policy. Well, now after 4 years, they have said this is not sustainable. In the larger cities, and Philadelphia, I think this is one where they would get some homeless guys to come in, try to get warm or whatever. And so now they're saying there's a mental health issue where guys will come in and start berating the employees. And in big cities especially, they're having problems in certain locations. So now they're reevaluating that. They're saying, we regret our decision. And it seemed to be kind of a knee-jerk reaction to what was going on. So now it looks like the executive chairman is going to change the policy back.
Now, who didn't see this coming?
Well, I remember Chris Demm saying at the time, that's going to be a real, you let anybody come in all day.
Frontline employees in bigger cities are going to have a hard time.
That's right. And
you become a shelter.
Yeah, you become a homeless shelter in big cities for people.
You think that's what happened? The chairman walked in. He's like, no one's got a Starbucks drink. Exactly, sir.
That's right.
We haven't made a drink all morning.
No one has a laptop.
Yeah.
That's right. Plus, he said, we've had to harden our stores to provide safety for our people, and that's getting expensive, too. This is the executive chairman of Starbucks, and he said, I don't know if we can keep our bathrooms open to the general public. Which is, that's actually a pretty nice thing. If you're in a big city walking around, you need a bathroom, just go in and use it, But
yeah, look, how many times we've all done it. If you're on a road trip, you stop at a McDonald's, you don't buy anything, but you use the bathroom.
Of course. But in this case, they're now saying they're going back to, it looks like they're going to go back to.
Well, genie's out of the bottle. How are they going to do this? How do you keep people from going into the bathroom? You have to have a security person.
Cops say customers only.
Yeah, you'd have to have, but you'd have to have
somebody's
a
got
cop
to police it
to enforce, because probably the same guys have been going in there for 4 years now.
They don't care about your policy. They're going to keep coming in.
Well, the employees of the $12 salad place had to chase the Jamaican man out of the store yesterday. And I had never seen that before, but there it was. There's another. See if this is a regret. I found this kind of fascinating. This is, again, about going somewhere where you're not supposed to be. a Klay Thompson lookalike. Klay Thompson plays for the Golden State Warriors. They're on the brink of winning another NBA championship. For Game 5 of the NBA Finals the other night, a guy who looks somewhat like Klay Thompson put on a hoodie, got through 5 layers of security before the game, and shot for 10 minutes on the court as if he was Klay Thompson. You see that story, Biggie?
Oh, yeah.
What was he wearing on the floor?
A hoodie.
He had a hoodie on, and he had it up and kind of tight, and his face, though, looks just like Klay.
A Warriors hoodie?
Yes.
Just enough that I wouldn't have noticed.
Well, some are saying, shouldn't you check the guy's ID? But he got to where he was supposed to, and he said, I got through 5 layers of security, just sort of waving at him, acting like I belong, walked out and shot himself on the court by himself for like 10 minutes before somebody said, who's that out there shooting?
Yeah.
It was not Klay Thompson. He's a YouTube prankster named Dawson Gurley. And he took pictures of himself and, video and all this stuff.
That's it. He'll make money off that's the viral moment of a lifetime.
Well, there's my question now. Now, he's 29. And he is a huge Warriors fan, and he goes to games. He's like, I love this team. This is, the heartbeat is the Warriors. I live and bleed gold and blue from the Warriors. And he was going to go to that game. But what they've done is banned him from ever going to another Golden State Warrior home game again as long as he lives. He can no longer be in the court. So my question is it worth it? Do you think he regrets it? He says, no regrets. I loved every second of it. I was on the floor. But I'm wondering, he never gets to go to another game. He said he was a regular. That he's a regular.
I think he'll still go to games.
That was my next question. Can they stop him from actually going to
I don't think they can, because I bet he'll shave off his goatee.
You can change your hair.
Yeah, and
facial hair.
even put on a hat. And I don't think anyone's going to stop him.
He's already made it to the floor.
I don't even know if they would notice. Now, I'd probably wait 6 months.
Yeah, next season.
Middle of next season, I think he could go in with a ticket he's legitimately bought.
With the crowd.
And nobody's going to notice.
But
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But nowadays, so many tickets are purchased ahead of time with a credit card.
Yeah.
And, it's not a paper. It's not a standard little cardboard ticket.
He would have to have somebody
They would
else.
have to flag his account.
Somebody else has got to buy his ticket for him.
Yeah.
And then he's got to go in with them.
Can the ticket, like if it's Ticketmaster or whoever, can they flag an account? So that because even if somebody buys it for you, they transfer it to you. They have to put an email to transfer it to that person. Can they beep it and say, this is you. This says it's you. You can't come in.
Well, if you go, maybe.
I wonder if that's the future.
I mean, that's the high-tech end of it. For security purposes.
Now, if you go with somebody else, like I have been, we went to these shows down here at we have something called the Tanger Center where they do Broadway shows. 4 tickets or 3 tickets.
Yeah, you get you and the family all on one
all
email.
on one thing, and it's just beep, beep, and they just click all 4, and it's like, okay, that's the 4 of us.
I don't know how you can prevent
I'm not sure. But I had the same thought Biggie had, was that nobody's going to notice him coming in there unless they flag it. That's exactly
It's just like anyone to me that gets banned from anywhere.
Walmart, Disney.
Walmart, Disney, they always say, and I think it's just because most people go, I can never go back. But some go, I went back 2 days later. They didn't stop me.
They never stop.
Yeah.
I would put his picture on every concourse. I would put it up. You know how as you enter,
on every load-bearing wall?
Every load-bearing wall.
Every post.
Has a picture of this man. So,
Every backboard.
That's right. And I would put, this is not Klay Thompson. Do not let this man in here.
Why? They're not paying you for this?
Yeah.
It's not me.
Heroin Scott. You're talking about the Klay Thompson story, the impersonator that got on the court for 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Well, that guy looked a lot like Klay. And who used to be the security guard who asked Klay Thompson, are you Klay Thompson?
I don't know how it works. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if you watch, ESPN or TNT, you see the guys walking into the arenas, but you never see what happens when they get out from car to door.
Yeah, and do you go up to him? And he does look like Klay Thompson. He really does. But I don't know. It's a good question. There was we had a call one time on here about meeting celebrities. And somebody said they were doing security at a Coliseum for a Garth Brooks show. And the guy who called us was a classic rock guy. And he didn't really know Garth Brooks. And so Garth Brooks comes walking in to the arena for sound check, some hours before the concert. And he wasn't wearing like his media badge or
his lanyard.
His lanyard. Mm-hmm. And the guy said, sorry, man, nobody passed here.
Sorry, fella.
Right. So Garth Brooks says, I'm so sorry. I don't have one. He's like, well, then you're not coming in, Jack. Fair, you're not coming in here. So Garth Brooks turned around, goes back, gets his lanyard, And somebody goes over to the security guard who called us and said, "That is Garth Brooks."
Oh.
Hey, buddy, no credentials.
Didn't have his credential.
Didn't have his credentials.
Now, if you're in a movie or a television show, Garth takes that guy on the road with him. He's the best damn security guard I ever saw.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the caller told us that he couldn't have been nicer, and he's like, "Oh, you're a classic rocker. Don't worry about it." And they laughed and took pictures and autographs and stuff like that. Good guy, Garth.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a good guy. Period.
That's so Garth.
That is as Garth. That is as Garth as it gets. You're exactly right. I've got an event. I shouldn't even say this. I've got something where I'm going to be back on television soon, doing another commercial for the erectile dysfunction.
Really?
procedure.
It's happening.
It is
It's happening.
A new commercial.
Is this number 4 in a series?
4. Now, people might not know outside this market, I'm the face of erectile dysfunction.
He sure is.
Yeah.
No question.
I'm known more for erectile dysfunction than anything else in my life. People will yell at me from the road. They'll be like, "Hey, you're the ED guy.
You're that guy who can't get it up.
Hey, can't get an erection." Okay, it's the place is called wavetech.therapy.com. I've been through the procedure. Tremendous. Great procedure.
Take your word for it.
Okay. Not for much longer. I've got his card when
You're ready.
All right. So people are always like, "Hey, erectile dysfunction," all this.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah. There he is.
Okay.
Put your hand in my pocket. There's nothing there.
This side say erectile. This side say dysfunction.
Erectile.
Dysfunction.
Erectile
Dysfunction. Okay. Now, I've been approached. The first commercial was just me sitting in a radio studio saying, "Hey, it's me."
It's kind of sterile.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's just a straight ahead.
Yeah. And they said it's
Advertising
got to be
pitch.
just, no jokes, just right on. We're doing it. Okay, got it. The second one at
Haircut.
Yeah, golf. Haircut was second.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting my haircut.
A little more
looser.
Levity. A little more loose.
Now, they didn't go for your idea, which is at the end with the barber cape over me. Is it working? You tell me as the cape rises.
Still, the best outtake, perhaps.
Great
of some
idea.
television
Great
history.
idea.
Those guys say hi, by the way. I saw them.
I love those guys.
They're really nice.
They are really good
They
guys.
said, "How's Kelly?" I said, "I don't know."
Did the haircut. When my haircut artist retires, then I'm going back to those guys. But I can't break up with my the guy who gives me my haircut.
Okay.
But I love those guys. Anyway.
So then there was number 3 was golf
course. And people love the golf course commercial. I, say, "Hey, it's even to help my golf game," and I swing the club and it goes up in the air. I drop the club. Anyhow, now for this one, there is another person who endorses the product, and it's the Littlest Patriot. He does it down the hall on a different station.
You're kidding.
And they want us together in a commercial. So we'll just brainstorm a few ideas here for the two.
Oh, so that we don't have any ideas yet. It's just
I got an email 2 days ago saying, "Want you and the Littlest Patriot do a commercial together? Let's put our heads together."
He'll be a natural.
Right.
I don't know that this is a good idea.
You don't
I'm going
think
to go
so?
on the record.
You don't think so for us to be together
I don't.
in a commercial talking about erectile dysfunction?
About your erections?
I think
Together.
Yeah, it looks a little boy toyish.
I think, it's, look, I know it's Pride Month, but I think you may be sending the wrong message to the target.
it's possible. It's possible. And he's like, "Any ideas are appreciated. Want to put the two of you in a commercial together."
Maybe it should be sword fighting. Literally.
Fencing.
Fencing.
Yeah.
We couldn't do this 6 months ago. Look at us now.
Or pool hall.
We
a
could
pool
go all
table,
day.
Just kind of shooting your billiard balls.
Maybe you two could be like before and after. This was my size before, but now I look at it after.
Littlest Patriot is
Before Wavetech, after.
Littlest Patriot is
There's
a
your
lot
ideas.
shorter
He's a
than
small
me.
man.
These are good ideas.
Yeah.
I think these are good ideas. So I just want to throw it out to you. Think about it. We don't need the ideas today, but in the next few days.
I think you got some.
We already we have this
Two
fits
guys in a urinal. Water sure is cold.
deep too.
It's a classic. The classic bridge joke.
Exactly. But remember, it can't be too jokey. You've got to get the
you got to
information.
be medical.
And they won't even air it if it's too jokey. You got to be
He likes
medical.
the Patriots. You like the Broncos. We're both from cold weather cities.
Thought about that. Yep. Thought about all of those
But down
things.
south, it's warm.
So, just shopping it around in my head. Think on it, and we'll wind up having something in here.
Let's get something straight between us.
Know this right now.
Too late. Already did.